To go over the different HDMI adapters for the OG Xbox. All these adapters are under $20. I'm gonna tell you which one's the best. I actually have 4 different adapters to test. I already have one plugged in. This is the one that is actually a USB and it has a power cable. So the one thing they don't tell you is they provide you with the USB, but you must buy these USB cords and you're gonna lose a power adapter here. So these cheap adapters, like these ones, they work okay. I don't really like them, to be honest. These ones where you have to have a USB power and the thing. I'm just going to show you why I don't care for them. One, the screen is pretty washed out in the colors in this one. And it's laggy. So let's just kind of go it through. What's really noticeable is the menus. It just kind of takes like a half second for it to show up. I don't know. It's just like in emulators. Let me... Obviously, this is our modified Xbox. Let me launch a game. We'll keep everything even. We'll launch the same game. But I'm trying to think what game we want to launch. We probably should launch something in the beginning, so we'll make it fair as possible. What's a fast game? Let's just launch this game. The colors are just kind of washed out on this. I don't even know if it's actually working the volume. That's a good question. I don't know if we have sound. Alright, so we got XXI. Oh, we do have sound. We're good. I'm doing it with one hand, so this is always good. Okay. The colors look okay on this one. We'll go ahead and create a new profile. Give me 1 second. I'll put the phone down. Okay, that game is way too blurry. That's not a good test game. So I'm just going to show you the different color changes on this. Let me launch a different game, just to make it fair. We'll test all the adapters with the same game. I'll just launch From Russia with Love. We'll watch the intro video to kind of see the colors. But this does work with sound. It does do 720p. It's like a little bit laggy, but it plays movies fine. The colors, they're a little washed out. Let's go try the other one. Alright, we're on our next one. This is our other HD. This is has a switch for 720 or 780p. We have our 007 game. Kind of show you the colors on this actually look pretty good. I'm playing with one hand, so this can be very difficult as a record, but I just want to show the colors. I keep pausing the game. Let's just roll. Yeah, it plays fine. Let's go ahead and look at our menu real fast to see if it looks any washed out. This looks better than the first adapter though. Alright, the menu looks about the same. It's not as dark green. The first one was really dark. The colors were a little bit off. Not very vibrant. This one doesn't look as washed out. Also, look how much smoother the menu is on this compared to that first adapter. Even going through the games, it took half a second to flash each game. It had a big delay. This one feels a lot smoother. This one is by far a superior adapter to the first one. Let me just show you the adapter. I went ahead and took it off. So this is the other one I was plugged in during the first meeting, if I could focus on what we're doing. So this is how this adapter works. It has a little plug and has a HDMI, and this comes apart. It has a 720 and 1080p on it. I'll show you guys better video, but these are also $10. They work. They're a little washed out, but honestly, I think these Xbox to HDs are better so far. And then the best ones, in my opinion, which I've reviewed before, are these guys that have the built-in. They don't have a USB. You want to get the ones with a power plug right here. I'm going to show you the difference on those right now too. Alright, so just look at the difference. This is the one we have plugged in, these ones here. Look how much better the screen looks. Just even the text, you can actually see what it says. The resolution is better. This is set on the same. I didn't make any changes on the menu. The menu is a faster scrolling. The colors look better. Definitely a better adapter all around. See when I scroll the games, how there's no lag like the first adapter had. And the games are much clearer. It does stretch if you notice it stretches the size. The other one has little bars and whatnot. You definitely can adjust and fix this. So if you do have an adapter, and also depending on your TV, you can actually change these settings under settings. So if you're curious on your adapter, you can go to settings and modify. I hit the wrong key, hit back. You can do that by your appearance here. Press A under appearance, and then go to your display, and then setting your resolution to either 720, 480p, NTSC sets auto, and you can also adjust your video calibration. So if your TV is a little off, you can make your changes to here and just change your display and whatnot. So I hit the wrong key again, but that's how to do it under appliances, appearances, if I can read. But yeah, these are by far the best ones, these HD converters. These used to be cheap. They used to be. Now they're getting expensive. They keep going up and up in price. So if you're looking to get an Xbox converter, I highly recommend these if you're on a budget. But if you have a lot of money, you can spend $40 on the X out converters. They're also very good. But if you want to get an HDMI cable, don't get the super cheap ones. They're not very good. I would highly recommend you guys checking out these guys and get the one with the light. I believe this has a light on it. I'm gonna show you the difference on the light one right now. So this is the same ones. Let me show you just the different model if you notice any difference. Let me also launch a game. Sorry, we've been doing games and I didn't even launch the game on this one. Just to show you the difference on colors. We'll launch the same game. So you just see the colors are just more. You have more red. You have it just. It's still a little darker, but it's not a washed out like the other ones. The other ones are super washed out. The colors, at least. Also, with this one, the cheap one, see how it says no signal? These are what the cheap ones do. As soon as the game loads, it will have the signal come in. But we're not getting like a loading screen. You're like, oh, is it broken? This is why I don't like these cheap ones. This is the cheap, like, $12 ones. The $20 ones show a signal the whole time and show a boot up. But once the game boots, it will be on. But you have to wait for like the game to go through to get a signal. It's really weird. On these, though, you have to kind of wait for them to, like, warm up. Once they warm up, they work fine. But like I said, we're sitting here on no signal. You're like, oh, is it broken? See how it just pops up? That's what I'm talking about, these no signal ones. I launched a different game. So let me just show you the difference on the ones with the good ones. I'm going to swap the other adapter. All right, to make things fair, do the same thing. See how much smoother this is compared to the other adapter. Even though I'm recording from my phone. I'm playing with one hand, so got lock in. Pretty cool. Let me show you the adapters real fast. Alright, so this one is by far the worst one in my opinion. It's the most washed out. This is a WeStar HDMI adapter. It does have an option for 1080p and 720p, this little switcher. It definitely made the change, and my TV was showing 1080p, so that does work. One thing to note on this, though, is you have to plug in the USB into the Xbox. In order to do it, you have to buy a special cable. So they don't tell you that when you buy this, so you need this cable. See, it's a USB to Xbox cable here. It uses like for doing Rocky 5 soft mod or HDMI adapters. So you're going to need this as well, and you're going to lose the controller port. So note that if you do plan to buy these little $10, $11 adapters, that's going to happen. Our other cable is Xbox HDMI, same issue. This has your little audio. You can switch from 720 to 1080p on the switch. You again have to plug this in with a USB for power. With this, you see it has a HDMI port. It has a little USB power. Same thing, you have to buy one of these. If I had to rate these, this one's really washed on lag. I give this guy a 4. I give this guy like a 6 or 7. This is fine. It's a little washed out, but it does work. It's cheap. And then I honestly give the knockoff of these guys are like probably a 7. It looks the best, but for whatever reasons, if you don't get the ones, see how there's no light here? They sell these ones that have like a little light right here. Those are the ones you want. The ones on Amazon for $20, I'll leave a link in the description below, are the ones you want. These are the cheap $12 AliExpress. They're very poorly done. They're made in China. They just push them out. They feel very cheap. They still are about a 7, but you're going to have to understand it's going to take like 10 seconds for you to get into your game. So it's going to make loading games a little slower, and it's 100% of these cheap converters. That's why I put a sticker on it to tell myself like, hey, these are the cheap converters. So this is my video on these cheap converters. I would personally probably avoid all of them, and I'll link you to the good one. There's one of this that is good. I'll go ahead and link it and leave in the comments below. It's from Amazon. It's an orange colored one. It has a light. It's like this one, but it's not a cheap Chinese made one. These are all from AliExpress. I'll leave a link below if you want to check them out on AliExpress. These 4 different ones. But I would not recommend them, to be honest. They're not that good.